an early New Jersey morning. I am about 2 hours in to this morning's commute, headed straight north after just returning from my fall semester. Went out with an absolute bang, as you can see. Ended up breaking my left wrist, but that really shouldn't be a problem today. Obviously, descent never ends. So today we're headed up into the mountains, sending it to a remote creek in the New Jersey Skylands. Should be an exciting day, lots of hiking, exploring planned, and the spot we're headed to in particular is pretty special. A lot of potential for today to be an awesome day. So we got about 30 more minutes to drive. I'll catch you guys at the spot. Beautiful sunrise this morning. All right, so leaving the truck, got our backpack packed. I parked about 3 miles upstream from where I want to start fishing. I'm going to continue walking about 3 miles down this road right here. That way, by the end of the day, or at least at some point in the day, I should be able to walk back up here without having to turn around and walk the entire stream. So any hiking that I do undertake will just be strictly fishing. With that being said, we've got some miles to cover. It is just so peaceful and still out here. Check these guys out. Just walking down the road. Found a little wild turkey feather. That's pretty cool. So despite being primarily a saltwater angler, wild trout fishing is up there with one of my favorite types of fishing to do, simply just because of the adventure aspect. Already today, I've hiked 3 miles. I'm currently staying at the mouth of the stream. We're gonna spend the next 6-7 hours fishing. And this stream is actually very special, one of New Jersey's true gems. In this stream lives every single species of wild trout you can catch in New Jersey. Brook trout, rainbow trout, brown trout, and even the super rare tiger trout, which is a hybrid between brown and brook trout. So with that being said, I'm absolutely stoked to start fishing this stream. We've got a long day ahead. 3 miles might not sound like that much, but it is gonna take forever to hike and fish all 3 miles. So let's get to it. All right, so for starters here, our setup for the day is a 1,000 size Shimano Sedona on a 5.6 Daiwa Spinmatic. And first lure we're gonna start with today, just a little black marabou jig right here. Looks just like a leech, worm, some type of winter bug that's gonna just be marching across the bottom, hopefully providing a lazy meal for these wild trout. So gonna have to move pretty fast today, simply because we have so much water to follow. We had some extremely heavy rains about 4 or 5 days ago, which is why I'm fishing this brook. This is literally one of the only productive streams I could fish because everything else is pretty much just flooded out and for the most part unfishable. And for those of you curious what happened to my left hand, nothing crazy, just kind of a dumb story. I was trying to take a shortcut home, saw a 10-foot fence I thought I could climb the fence, and well, when you slip off the top of a 10-foot fence, sometimes you break things. So really not that much of an obstacle. I've already fished several times with this on, just making sure I could get out and fish. And well, besides just being a little bulky and a little ugly, doesn't really restrict me too much. So start marching upstream. This hike is absolutely cooking me. It's already 11:30. I don't even know if I've gone a mile yet. I mean, hopefully I've gone half a mile. But finally found a little bit of a clearing here in this field where the rain just destroyed all the plants, really pushed them down. But I don't know how many thorn bushes and sticks I've had to push myself through, and how many times I had to turn around, get back on the road just to get back onto this creek, which is slowly starting to look better. Check this out, man. Looks like the beavers have definitely been here. Water just does not look good enough to fish. I'm gonna keep on trekking up the creek here. We've been walking for absolutely forever, have not gotten anywhere. That last Spot right there with a whole bunch of laydowns. Swore we were gonna get bit, but just couldn't convince whatever fish were there, if there were any fish there, to chew. So again, the farther up we go, the better this creek should look. Oh. Over or under? Over it is, I guess. A little behind the scenes for you here. So what it looks like. Yeah. Starting to get a little trout here. It's the best way across, I guess. Everything else is just thorns. Oh, check this out, huh? Chilling. So I'm about as destroyed as my waders over there. Just got back to the truck, had to make a quick withdrawal from the river as it was getting dark. I did not feel like being stuck in the woods, but I'm not gonna let today's adventure die in vain. I may be crippled right now, but we're gonna go home, have a nice bite to eat, get some sleep, make some changes, and I'll catch you guys here tomorrow morning. All right, day 2, feeling much more confident today. Let's head down to the stream. All right, so we're getting started this morning, pretty much exactly where we left off yesterday. I jumped upstream about a quarter mile, kind of avoid most of the problems I had yesterday, and it already looks much better. So getting started about the same time as yesterday. It is much colder this morning. The thermostat in my truck ran 15 degrees when I parked this morning, but it's supposed to warm up to almost freezing some point this afternoon. We got 8 hours to fish. Time to get our revenge on the stream today and finally get some fish in our net. So the stream here already looks way better. Anything we fished yesterday, the lower section of the stream we fished yesterday was super flooded for most of the rain. And being that it lies so close to Delaware, during any high water event like we had earlier this week, the Delaware actually backs up into the lower portion of the stream and chokes it out with a whole bunch of sand and silt, which is not a favorable environment for trout. Compared to the middle section of the stream that we're fishing right here, we've got some perfect sets of ripples and pools. It's all stone here. We had pretty much no rocks yesterday where we were fishing, so gonna give it a start here. Ran out to the tackle shop last night, picked up a couple of these Panther Martin spinners, as well as some more trout basics. So that's what we're gonna start with today. Throw a little spinner around, at least till we get to some more deeper pools where we'll slow it down, but no luck on anything we threw yesterday, so might as well switch it up. You could totally walk this, bro. Oh, damn it. Oh, man. Trying to film and fish. Never easy, huh? That's gonna be a cold rod for a little bit. Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Come on. Look at those skills, buddy. All right. The adventure continues. Woo! This is gnarly. Ta-da! There's absolutely going to be trout in here. Just a matter of if they want to eat the spinner or not, and if I can get a good cast in. Oh, this had a couple followers. The spinner might just be too fast for this cold weather. All right, so no real interest on the spinner. Just tied on this little marabou jig right here. This will allow me a much more finesse presentation to go slower and closer to the bottom, as these winter trout prefer. Had one follow on the spinner, but couldn't get them to bite. Cast it in here maybe a dozen times before we ended up snagging a tree. So let's give this little marabou jig a whirl. I'm gonna cast it right in the middle of that pool there. Just let it drift with the current. Give it a couple little jigs just to keep it off the bottom. Such a beautiful looking spot. There he is, fish. Oh, just had one, just had a fish. Just had a fish. Looks like a little tiny brookie or something. I might have spooked him away right there. Just had one though. Oh, at least we're on the board. First bite. All right, well, this is about to be either a good or bad idea. All right, boom. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, this is unreal looking. Oh, shoot. So, gotta do some more parkour, huh? All right, a little more tightrope action. So insane. Boom. This spot doesn't even look real. Absolutely some trout in here. This spot's got to be loaded with trout. There he is, there he is. Just got bit. It's a wild trout, it's a wild trout. Come on in, come on in. Boom, baby. Got him. Let's go, dude. Yes, sir. After so many days of trying, there's our wild brown trout, man. Such a beautiful fish. Send him back in the pool he came from. Boom, dude. Whew, there we go. Oh, after so many casts, so many miles covered, so many thorn bushes ran down, so many pools explored, and thought this is the one. Finally caught our first trout, a little maybe 6-7 inch wild brown trout. Absolutely gorgeous fish. Wild trout have to be one of the most aesthetic fish out there. So there we are. This is an absolutely gargantuan pool. Huge waterfall behind me. Hopefully I didn't spook that many fish. That was literally first cast in this pool and we got bit. Phew. Let's see if there's any more out there. Brown trout, first species of this mission. There's also rainbow and brook trout that live in here as well. Let's see what else is in this magnificent looking waterfall pool. Well, trying to get a drink. Looks like my water bottle decided to start freezing up on me. Ice cold. All right, well, managed to get one fish out of that waterfall over there. Now we're back doing the dangle. All right. All right, so totally forgot to hit record on the GoPro. Just landed this beautiful little brown trout right there. Send her back real quick. Boom. Just walked upstream, saw this little pool right here. Figured there had to be a fish, made a perfect cast. Really wish we would have had that on camera. But that's our second fish of the day, second wild brown trout. Probably 8-9 inches right there, not a bad fish at all. Let's keep on headed upstream. And this time, got our next fish on the GoPro. There he is, there he is. That's a fish, that's a fish. What's in our brownie? Oh no, it's not a brown trout. Come on, where are you at? Where are you at? Come here, buddy, come here. It's a rainbow, it's a wild rainbow. Wild rainbow, come here, come here. Yes! Woo! Species number 2, baby. Let's go. Look at that, wrecked a little marabou jig. There we go. Beautiful little rainbow trout right there. Such a beautiful, beautiful fish, man. Look at that guy. That's awesome. All right, bud. See you, dude. Ooh, that water's cold. All right, I told you this spot was a gem. Potential to catch brown, rainbow, and brook trout. There we go. Species number 2, a wild rainbow trout. Oh, Stoker's finally starting to land some fish, but time's ticking. We've got maybe an hour and a half till sunset, but still plenty of water to cover, plenty of opportunities to catch some more fish. Let's go, baby. That's awesome. That's a great catch. Rainbow trout, bro. That's so nuts. No way, we're on again. We're on again. Next cast. Next cast, we got a little brown. Boom, baby. Now we're starting to have some fun. Oh man, what a turn of events. They are just crushing that jig. Beautiful little guys. Wow. Brown and brook trout out of the same pool. Back-to-back cast. That is something special. Check out this guy, dude. Guy must be freezing. All right, get back to where you came from, bud. There he is. I watched him eat it. Watched him eat it. Another brown trout. Boom. Just put up on this little flat here. And this guy was hungry. There he is, there he is. There he is, boom. Yes, sir. Another lively little brown trout. It's just so crazy. All these spots yesterday, I had so much confidence, swore there were gonna be fish at. Then I come to a spot like this that I'm not sure there's gonna be trout in there. And it's been first cast, literally almost every single pool in a row so far. I'm pulling up to the very back end of the pool right now. The fish have no idea I'm here. I'm not spooking them. Making a good cast right to the top and just letting it slowly come down with the current. All right, now this is the mecca of this stream here. That waterfall is just pumping. So far we've been fishing pretty small pools, small log jams, just regular pools before and after, little riffles. But this is a ginormous waterfall, probably 5-10 times the size of what we fished earlier. Caught one brown trout there, so let's give it a couple casts, see what we can get. Throwing around a little pink power bait trout worm on a 16th ounce jig head. See if we can't jig something up out of here. Oh, just got bit right there. Oh my God. Just got rocked right there. Just bit the worm in half. Whoever that was a good fish. There he is, there he is, there he is. No! I lost him, damn it. No, we just lost a fish. Oh, just switched up to our little marabou jig here. This one's green and white. Just had a little brook trout right there pop off. That might have spooked him for good. All right, leaving the waterfall behind. Had a couple missed opportunities, including our trout slam. Unfortunately hooked up with a brook trout and had him spit the hook before I could get him in. So head a little more upstream now. Should be plenty more pools. And good to know there's some brook trout hanging around, because that's all we're missing for the trout slam. It's getting a little late, have maybe an hour left to fish. That sun's just about to dip behind the mountains over there. Woo! Check out this. Fun fact, this brook here was actually formed by glaciers a couple 100,000 years ago. You can pretty clearly see the results of erosion and everything. It's What's going on since then? This is so unreal. Just such a beautiful, beautiful mountain stream. Yeah. All right, folks, we're gonna call it a wrap for our 2-day wild trout fishing marathon. Truly a hardcore couple of days of hiking, fishing where I could, and just grinding it out for a few of these elusive wild trout. Walking out of here now, it's getting dark quick. I really grinded it to the last minute trying to get that wild trout slam for you, being a brown, rainbow, and brook trout. Unfortunately, just could not get that brook trout onto land. I'm almost 100% certain I hooked at least one. I know for a fact I have one in that waterfall pool over there. Truly a heartbreaking loss. Would have loved to put the slam underneath my belt for wild trout fishing, but this is truly one of my favorite types of fishing. May come as a surprise to you, especially as someone who's known for mostly doing saltwater fishing all up and down the East Coast. But wild trout fishing, especially up here in the remote mountains with literally nothing around, is just a constant adventure. You never know what pools you're gonna find, what fish are gonna be in those pools, and it's always a challenge trying to figure out how to get the fish to eat on any given day. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I had an absolute blast the past couple days. I am absolutely exhausted. It's almost a 3-hour drive up here every single morning, 3-hour drive back every single night. I fished sunrise to sundown, doing some absolute bushwhacking through these woods. And on top of that, I've actually been intermittent fasting for the past 4 days or so. So this was a fun challenge to do on an empty stomach. So again, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. My arms are getting tired holding this tripod. I'm beat. Thank you all for watching. Got a couple more northern sends I'm gonna try to crank out here over winter break. So never end the send. You.